purpose of this video is because I was guided to share a portion of my story on how I began to embark on this journey that I'm on. No matter if I want to or not, it's something that I have to do in hopes of inspiring other individuals to not give up, to not give in, to no longer live in fear, to break free and live the life it is that they desire in whatever way that they desire. In 2019, my daughter was conceived, and I was working pointless dead-end jobs that really didn't have any, or didn't give me any fulfillment. March 2020 is when my daughter was brought into this world. And once I actually held her in my arms, I actually seen her, that's when the reality set in that life isn't all about me anymore. It's much bigger than that. And from there, considering that we were experiencing a pandemic, I had to get my mind and my life together in regards to figuring out a way to provide for her, yet alone myself, in all ways, shapes, and forms. I got into school for a trade, hoping to get a job that would look at me as an asset and not a liability, hoping to be a part of something bigger than myself. I continued my schooling, and I graduated. But I graduated alone. I wasn't allotted the opportunity to experience my achievement with the individual that I set out to accomplish this goal for. Because throughout the time of me being in school, the family that I thought I was building, the relationship that I was in, it didn't work out successfully. And that's okay. I've accepted it for what it is. I've accepted the role that I played. I've taken responsibility for the actions that I let happen within the entire scenario. And throughout that process of me being in school, before graduating, experiencing the different trials and tribulations, the struggles and the obstacles of being alone first and foremost, going through the issues that I was having with the family I was attempting to try and build. It was just so much. Having to endure it on my own while attempting to try and maintain and hold it all together so that I can see this goal all the way through hoping that once it was all said and done, that things would be made right and come back together, and the train would be right back on the tracks. But unfortunately, it didn't go that way. And from there, as I thought matters would get better, they only got worse. Yes, I graduated. I ended up obtaining the job it was that I was seeking. And even with obtaining that job that I was seeking, after some time of being there, I still wasn't fulfilled. My heart still desired more. And through those desires, I began to realize that everything it was that I was seeking, I already had within me. And everything it was that I was experiencing within my situation were lessons that needed to be learned in order for me to build up that strength to progress in life for the future. See, not long after I ended up graduating and obtaining the job it was that I was seeking, I ended up becoming homeless. And it just seemed like as I took one step closer to my hopes and dreams, I got pushed back 3 steps further. As I seemed to knock down one barrier, 2 more replaced it. And through me facing my trials and tribulations, the relationship that I had built with God, He had begun to awaken me, helping me to open my eyes to see clearly in terms of throughout my trials and tribulations, the challenges that I was facing, the struggles, the turmoil, the pain, the anxiety, everything it was that I was going through. He was showing me all of the individuals that I thought were friends and family, people who I thought that I loved with all of my heart, that I would do any and everything for. Those individuals that I had always been there for in their times of need. Every single one of those individuals vanished, leaving me to face my trials and tribulations all alone. And it was hard dealing with that pain, anxiety, those thoughts of unworthiness, undeserving, yet alone thinking that the world would be a better place without me. But with being alone, coming to this realization and building that relationship with God, seeing the things that He was showing me, He was building me up, giving me that strength and that courage to continue to fight on, as well as letting people and things go with love and not necessarily taking it to heart. As bad as I didn't want to let go of those people, I wanted to fix those situations. I wanted to help solve those problems. He helped me to understand that some things are just not worth fighting for. And that it's okay to let things as well as people go, because not everyone that comes into your life is meant to stay. And that some people are only there for a season and a reason. Not everyone is there for a lifetime. And as bad as it hurt to actually come to that realization and understand that, that's when my healing journey really began to progress. I began to go even deeper within to heal, to face my demons, shedding light on the skeletons in my closet, exposing myself for the person that I truly was deep down within, as well as seeing myself for who I really was at that point in time in my life. I had never been an individual of violence. I had never been an individual of seeking revenge, karma, nor vengeance. But the rage that I had within me towards those individuals that turned their back on me, it really made me feel some type of way deep down, in all honesty. And as bad as I wanted to, have some type of revenge, wanted some type of karma to come around, wanted some type of vengeance, I knew that it wasn't my place for me to take matters into my own hands and try and force those things upon those individuals. So I had to sit with that pain and learn those lessons, looking at myself to understand my roles that I played within those situations, as well as accept them and then let it go with love, because that was the only way for me to honestly be able to move forward after forgiving myself, yet alone them. And as bad as I wanted to give up, as many times as I wanted to give up, God just wouldn't let me. He was honestly building me up, giving me that strength and that courage to continue on, to keep on fighting, even though more obstacles began to show face as I continue to progress on this journey. And even now, where I am in my life, I'm still struggling. I'm still homeless, but I'm still trying. I still get up every single day and I go and I put my all into everything it is that I do. I face every challenge and every obstacle that come my way as a man, with my head held high, my chest pumped out, and my back stood tall, because I know that that man upstairs will continue to provide for me. And I know that everything that comes my way is nothing but a lesson to be learned and an obstacle to be conquered. At any given time, I could give up, give in, and let it all go, considering that I have lost everything with the exception of this truck that I'm living out of. And that could soon to go at any point in time too, because I'm not really in the best financial situation. But even still, I choose to try, because I'm not one for giving up, and I'm not one for begging. I'm not one for seeking handouts. I don't mind working hard for any and everything it is that I want throughout this lifetime, everything it is that I desire within this lifetime, everything it is that I deserve in this lifetime. God made a promise to me saying that I am deserving of the things that He has in store for me. And I believe in Him. I trust in Him. I have faith in Him. So there's no way that I can bow my head and tuck my tail and shrug my shoulders and give up and give in before He comes through with His promises, because He is a man of His word. And with me having to wait as long as I've been having to wait, all that's honestly been doing is preparing me for what He has in store for me, as well as helping me to work on being patient. We all have trials. We all have tribulations. We all go through things. And I know this. But the number one thing is to not give up, to not lose hope, to have faith. God will show up, no matter how long it may take. He will show up in divine timing, in His timing, when it's necessary. See, I've had so many individuals show up out the blue, attempting to breadcrumb me, stringing me along, attempting to manipulate and deviate me from my path, giving me false hopes with random offers of wanting to help me achieve my goals and my dreams, but yet they never come through. I have always been a kind-hearted individual. I have always been one of those individuals to give people the benefit of the doubt. I have always attempted to try to see the good in the individuals. But one of the lessons God has been helping me to learn throughout this journey is that I can no longer, in no way, shape, or form, put my trust in man. It should only and solely be placed in him, in his hands. And I understand that now. Hence the reason that I pay attention to everything and I analyze everything and I don't trust people. Because people will begin to show you their true colors at some point in time throughout your life as your different situations and scenarios come about. I've had individuals recently contact me getting mad because I no longer respond to text messages. I no longer pick up my phone, yet alone make phone calls to them. And the crazy thing about it is like, they know my situation. They know what I'm going through. They know that I am alone. But yet, when they call or text, the only thing at the forefront of their mind is them and what I can do for them and what I haven't done for them, as well as them attempting to dump their problems off on me and my life, like I already don't have enough struggles and problems that I'm going through on my own. And then they get mad, claiming to have done nothing, whether they have or haven't, but these are individuals that I once looked at as friends and family, and none of them, not one, have offered a helping hand, a place to stay, a shoulder to lean on, yet alone a listening ear. And even though I'm a good person with a kind heart, there comes a point in time to where it's like, enough is enough. I have to put some boundaries in place. I have to start giving individuals the same treatment that they give me. I had to realize that I can't save everyone, and I had to take off my cape and be there for myself. I had to show up for myself in order to save myself, because I can't do it all. I can't do everything. I can't be everywhere all at once. And I can't do nothing for anyone else if I can't do anything for myself. So I had to cut people off and finally choose me and show up for myself where I hadn't throughout this entire lifetime that I had been living. because I honestly haven't been living. And I know that I truly deserve a lot more than what it is that I have, considering the things that I have experienced. But even still, I will not let that get the best of me. Yet alone, I will not sit here and play the victim, nor place the blame and point the fingers at other individuals for the things that I've gone through and experienced throughout this lifetime. It's nobody else's fault but my own. And even still, it all happened for a reason. There was a purpose behind it for me to learn those lessons and begin to implement them throughout my life for the rest of my life while I am here on this earth. So therefore, I am not mad in no way, shape, or form. I'm just choosing to no longer be naive or gullible in regards to letting people take advantage of me, yet alone use and abuse me, because I know my worth, and I know that I am deserving of so much more, and I'm officially done settling for less in all aspects of my life, because I know that my time is coming and I will have everything it is that that man upstairs has promised me. So with that being said, I understand why I've had to go through the things that I've had to go through. I realize why he began to awaken me to begin to see individuals for what, yet alone who they truly are, giving me that choice to cut them off on my own free will or to have him to remove them forcibly for me from my life, to keep them from deviating me from my path. And for that, I am truly grateful, because I see and I understand now. And through all of everything that I've experienced within this lifetime, I honestly know with all of my heart, without any doubt, that he truly has the best intentions for me in my life, and that he truly will continue to provide for me, and that I cannot trust anyone on this earth outside of him, because he truly is the one and only Lord and Savior that I can truly depend on. And I wouldn't have it no other way. So, for anyone that may be on the verge of giving up and giving in, don't give the enemy the satisfaction. Prove them wrong. Do it for you. You are your biggest commitment. There's no need to seek revenge, vengeance, yet alone take matters into your own hands, attempting to force karma upon them, because he knows everything. He sees everything and he hears everything, and there's a reason, yet alone a purpose, behind the things that you go through, as well as those individuals and those situations that he places within your path. Just give it time, and be patient, and you will begin to see and understand as I have. But first and foremost, throughout these trials and tribulations that you seem to experience, the first thing that you must do is to go within and heal yourself, to build a relationship with Him, as well as accept things for what they are. Take accountability and responsibility for the actions and the roles that you have played, as well as the things that you've allowed to happen within your life. Stop placing the blame on other individuals and pointing the finger. Acknowledge that you had a role to play. Make changes within for yourself for the better, so that you can begin to receive better results. And have faith, trust, hope, and belief, and know that as time goes on, things will get better. And know that no matter what you go through throughout this lifetime, you are not alone. In no way, shape, or form. You are not alone. I hope this message truly reaches the individuals that need it the most. Continue to have hope and faith and trust in that man and that man alone. And know that change will soon come upon you in your life in all the ways in which you desire. Stay blessed, love and light. I am divinely one of a kind.